Hello everyone, my name is Brennan Marr. That noise you're hearing is my ventilator, and welcome to Page Turners They Were Not, my Star Wars podcast. Last night, as I was considering what to talk about today, two thoughts came to mind about things that we see in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, pertaining to the Sith. Ah yes, the ancient enemies of the Jedi. So today I would like to talk about two things. Number one, why did the Sith choose to reveal themselves to the Jedi at that time, when they were supposed to be working in secret? And number two, how did Yoda know about the rule of two, or that there would only be two Sith Lords at a time? So let's dive right into number one. Why did the Sith reveal themselves to the Jedi? You may recall the quote from the movie of Darth Maul saying, "At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi, at last we will have revenge." Then, of course, Darth Maul appears on Tatooine and fights Qui-Gon Jinn as Anakin and Queen Amidala and the rest of their party attempt to escape the planet. Darth Maul openly reveals himself. Later, when reporting to the Jedi Council, Qui-Gon tells them that he believes their attacker was a Sith Lord, that he was well trained in the Jedi arts. Now, of course, the Council's immediate reaction was rather skeptical. Ki-Adi-Mundi immediately says, "Impossible, the Sith have been extinct for millennia." Mace Windu says, "I do not believe the Sith could have returned without us knowing." Yoda, however, is a little bit more open to the idea when he says, "Hard to see the dark side is." Now, of course, the Jedi Council are interested in the identity of this attacker. Later, when Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are preparing to return with the Queen to Naboo, Mace Windu tells them, basically, "We need you to find out the identity of this attacker." He seems to have come around a little bit, because then he says, basically, this is the clue we need to unravel the mystery of the Sith. And it seems from the final duel with Darth Maul that the Jedi are convinced that he was indeed a Sith Lord. Now, why did the Jedi, or rather, why did the Sith choose to reveal themselves at that time? The Sith had been working in secret for 1,000 years in order to retake the galaxy. The Sith had once ruled the galaxy, had been defeated, but were planning on taking over again. Perhaps, as Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious, knew that the victory of the Sith was coming close, he thought, well, now's a good time to reveal our identities, so the Jedi will know that their ancient enemies have defeated them. So another reason I think is it's to throw the Jedi off the scent. If they see Darth Maul and realize this guy's a Sith Lord and go chasing after him, they may be less likely to notice that the number one Sith Lord is right under their very noses, and that person is Palpatine. So I think having Darth Maul reveal himself as a Sith is to distract the Jedi. Now, Palpatine basically was able to use the dark side of the Force to cloud the minds of the Jedi. They couldn't see what was going on. The fact that the Sith Lord was right there in front of him, and they couldn't see some of the trouble that would come because of Anakin Skywalker. Of course, in that case, it's all the matter of Anakin's choices determining what was going to happen. But Yoda did say, clouded this boy's future is. And I can't help but think that Palpatine was part of that clouding. So, to recap, I think that the Sith revealed themselves in order to throw the Jedi off the trail, distract them from the true Sith Lord, and I think the Sith revealed themselves so that they could gloat over their Jedi enemies and basically say, you thought we were defeated. We've turned the tables and now we've defeated you. So that the Jedi would know that they had been beaten by their ancient adversaries. So those are the two reasons I think. So let's jump over to Yoda. How did Yoda know about the rule of two? Well, honestly, I don't have much of an idea on that one. So any guesses here are just a shot in the dark. I believe that it is entirely possible that there were rumors for many, many, many years that Yoda knew of the rumors that, oh, the Sith might have returned, but they all ended up being either false alarms or they were indeed Sith, but there was not enough evidence to certify the truth of these rumors. Now, Yoda, of course, is very old, so he's probably been around and probably heard rumors about the Sith for years. Now, I think it is possible that this is completely wrong, and that the Sith kept completely quiet for 1,000 years. That's possible. But I wonder if there were rumors floating around. If some of these Sith had done things that had brought attention to themselves accidentally. Or maybe even on purpose to cause more confusion. Who knows? So maybe Yoda, after hearing Qui-Gon's report, maybe Yoda went to the Jedi archives and started digging up some of these old rumors. And maybe he started putting the pieces together and realized, you know what, this could be a return of the Sith. And maybe those rumors suggested that there were only two Sith Lords at a time. That's certainly a possibility. Or maybe we don't know much about the ancient Sith. Maybe that was a common practice in the ancient Sith civilization. And Yoda just assumed that they followed that path. Now, everything I've read seems to suggest that Darth Bane created the rule of two 1,000 years before the movies. Look up Darth Bane if you want to know more. So maybe that was his own invention, but it is entirely possible that that was not the first time the Sith had ever done such a thing. Sith civilization, I think, was inherently unstable. Because with so many Sith Lords coveting power, they were bound to murder each other, which is basically what they did. So maybe at some time, very, very anciently, there was another rule of two. And maybe Yoda assumed that the Sith were following suit in his time. So either rumors or either, what's the word? There's a word that I'm trying to think of. Precedent. So either rumors or an ancient precedent. Yet again, these are shots in the dark because we have no idea how Yoda knew this. Nothing in the canon has addressed this. But those are my thoughts. I'm sure that we can write quite a long list of ideas. But those are the two that stand out to me. So those are the two topics of today. Number one, why did the Sith reveal themselves? I think they did it to throw off the Jedi, or also to gloat. And two, why or how did Yoda know about the rule of two? And I think it was either because of rumors or of an ancient precedent. So those are my thoughts on some of the mysteries of the Sith. My name is Brennan Maher. Thank you so much for tuning in to Page Turners, but they were not. My Star Wars podcast. May the Force be with you.